Welcome to Everyday Dharma Talks, where silence becomes insight. I remember a time when my life felt like a room with no doors. I was searching with a desperate, quiet intensity for a feeling of purpose. I had a good job, friends I cared for, a life that, from the outside, looked perfectly fine. But inside there was a persistent hum of dissatisfaction, a feeling that I was missing something essential. So I started to seek. I read books on philosophy, spirituality, and self-improvement, underlining passages with a fervent hope that the next page would hold the key, believing that perhaps a different activity would unlock this hidden chamber of meaning. I traveled to new places, thinking that a change of scenery might change my inner landscape. With each new book, each new experience, there was a momentary flicker of excitement, a sense that this might be it. But the feeling never lasted. The seeking itself became a habit, a frantic energy that propelled me forward but left me feeling more and more exhausted. The more I looked for this grand sense of purpose, the more it seemed to recede into the distance, like a horizon I could never reach. One afternoon I was sitting by a small calm lake. I had gone there with a book, of course another tool in my relentless search. But for some reason I didn't open it. I just sat. The sun was warm on my skin, and a gentle breeze was creating tiny, shimmering ripples on the water's surface. A dragonfly with iridescent wings hovered for a moment before darting away. I wasn't trying to find anything in that moment. I wasn't seeking a lesson or an insight. I was just there. And in that stillness, a profound sense of peace washed over me. It wasn't a lightning bolt of purpose. It was something much quieter, much softer. It was the simple, undeniable reality of my own presence. The feeling of my own breath moving in and out. The warmth of the sun. The sound of the water. In that moment of seeking, I found what I had been looking for. It wasn't a destination or an answer. It was the simple act of being present, of inhabiting my own life without demanding that it be something more. The search had created a tension, a constant strain of looking ahead. By letting go of the search, I had finally arrived. True discovery doesn't come from a frantic search outside, but from a quiet settling into where we already are. The meaning we seek is not a treasure to be found, but a presence to be inhabited. We often think of satisfaction as something we must acquire, a goal we must achieve, a feeling we must grasp and hold on to. This turns our lives into a constant state of pursuit. We chase after moments of happiness like they are brilliant, fleeting fireworks lighting up a dark sky. We get the promotion, we buy the new things. We receive the praise, and for a moment the sky is illuminated. There is a burst of light and color, and it is thrilling. But just as quickly it fades. The darkness returns, and we are left wanting another display, another explosion of light. This is the nature of seeking. It is a cycle of brief, intense pleasure followed by a return to that familiar sense of lack. True and sustainable satisfaction is not a firework. It is the sun. The sun is not a sudden explosive event. It is a constant steady source of light and warmth. It doesn't demand our attention with a loud bang. It is simply present. We can go about our day and forget it is there, but its warmth is what allows life to flourish. Its light is what allows us to see. This is the nature of the satisfaction that comes from finding rather than seeking. It is the quiet joy of presence. It is the warmth that comes from accepting the moment, just as it is, without needing it to be different or better. The frantic energy of seeking keeps us in the dark, always waiting for the next firework. The gentle act of allowing is what allows us to notice that the sun has been shining all along. When we are constantly seeking, our minds are in the future. We are always one step ahead of ourselves, planning, hoping, and striving. But when we stop, when we allow ourselves to simply be here, our minds arrive in the present. And it is only in the present that we can feel the warmth of the sun. It is only here that we can experience the deep, quiet, and sustainable satisfaction of being alive. I would like to gently invite you to consider your own life. Is there something you are relentlessly seeking? It might be happiness, peace, love, or a sense of purpose. Notice the energy of that search. Does it feel frantic? Tense? Does it feel like a constant striving? The advice is not to abandon your desires or your goals. It is simply to let go of the frantic energy of the search. The paradox is that the very act of desperately looking for something can prevent us from seeing that it is already here. Think of trying to catch a butterfly with a net. The more you lunge and swipe at it, the more it flutters away. But if you sit still in the garden, if you become a part of the landscape, it may just come and land gently on your shoulder. So the invitation is to sit still, just for a few moments each day. You don't need to meditate in a special way or achieve a certain state of mind. Simply allow yourself to be wherever you are. Let go of the need to find an answer or a solution. Let go of the search. Allow yourself to simply notice the small moments of contentment that are already present. Instead of searching for purpose, allow yourself to be fully present in the task that is right in front of you. This is not about giving up. It is about opening up. It is a shift from striving to allowing. It is the profound realization that you don't have to chase after your life. You can simply let it unfold. When you stop seeking, you create the space to find. And what you find is the profound peace of this very moment. This shift from seeking to finding is not a grand, momentous event. It happens in the small, quiet moments of our everyday lives. It is here that we find the most profound inspiration. It is in the simple act of preparing your morning coffee or tea. Instead of rushing through it, lost in thoughts about the day ahead, you can simply be there. Feel the warmth of the mug in your hands. Inhale the rich aroma. Taste the first sip with your full attention. In that moment, you are not seeking anything. You are simply finding the quiet joy of a simple pleasure. It is in the sound of rain falling outside your window. You don't need to analyze it or find some deeper meaning in it. You can simply listen. Allow the gentle rhythmic sound to wash over you. In that moment of pure listening, the mind's frantic search for something more, and you find a sense of peace in the present sound. It is in a conversation with a loved one. Instead of thinking about what you are going to say, you can offer them the gift of your full presence. Listen to their words, see the expression on their face. In that moment of true connection, you find the meaning that no amount of solitary seeking could ever provide. It is in the feeling of your feet on the ground as you walk. Each step, the solid earth beneath you. You are not walking to arrive at some future destination, but simply to experience the act of walking itself. These small moments are the fabric of our lives. When we are constantly seeking, we miss them. We overlook the quiet beauty and profound meaning that is woven into the ordinary. By letting go of the search, we begin to see that what we were looking for has been here all along, waiting patiently in the small, beautiful details of our daily existence. Thank you for following the podcast. We will meet again in the next story. Be well.